All right. Good morning. This will be the last time I will officially do this role, unless there's times in the future that Debbie needs me to fill in. It's been my honor to serve as president for the 22-23 year, and onwards and upwards. So just wanted to acknowledge that Innisfil is situated on treaty land in a steep and rich Indigenous history. So the Rotary Club of Innisfil acknowledges its land as traditional territories of the Anishinaabe people. It is shared between the Chippewas of Bowes Lake First Nations, Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation, and we thank them for generations of stewardship. Like us just all rise for the singing of O Canada. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. The King. All right. There's all the fine people there. Okay. So I was not going to do any pomp and circumstance myself, but I'm going to pass things over to Al to start us off.
Good morning, Tim. Past President Tim. And good morning, Rotarians, and happy July. So I don't know if any of you turned on CNN last night. I turned it on, and my God, in every major city in the States, they spent millions on fireworks. It was unbelievable. But I was really interested because when I turned it on, there was they had a big show, and Sheryl Crow was singing, and she was singing, "The first cut is the deepest." And here she is on CNN in America singing "The first cut is the deepest." And it reminded me of something. And where's the and you probably know a little bit about this. It was a song written by a Canadian, and that Canadian was Keith Hampshire, who lived in Churchill. And I thought, isn't that something? Eh? Now, did he still live there?
Yeah, he's in Lefroy now.
Oh, he moved to Lefroy.
Yeah, he just performed actually a couple weeks, last week.
Isn't that something? Here we've got an American rock singer. She's up there on the 4th of July, all the USA, you know. She's singing a Canadian song written by a Canadian who lived in Innisfil. Isn't that something, eh?
He just lives just down there.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes. So, I want to also mention first of all, we do have people joining us.
Just Paul is the only person online.
Oh, Paul. Good morning.
Good morning, Al.
He's here.
Good morning.
Saturday, San Diego Acres, the Rotary training. I got to tell you, we were so impressed. You guys are fantastic. We had 12 kids, and I don't know how many adults, but the train was packed.
Yeah.
And then you saw the welcome we got from the citizens. That's the time when the old folks who go to bed at 6 o'clock don't see us in the evening when we come around picking out food. They see us during the day at the Canada Day Parade. So it was really wonderful. But this morning is a special morning. Jim, for the last year, thank you so much. Thank you so much for what you did. And you're going to join us here for a special presentation in a moment. I'm going to ask the past presidents of the club to please come up and join me here. The past presidents, please come up. The most important part of any Rotary meeting is the induction of a new member. The really important part of the Rotary meeting is the induction of the new president. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're going to do. Debbie, please come up and join us. You could join me here, Debbie, please. Debbie, thank you so much for stepping up and being our president for the incoming year. It is, it's just wonderful. We've always had presidents leave and take over. And you know, we don't thank them enough. So to Tim, it's to both of you. Thank you so very, very much. Debbie, we're going to have the installation of the Rotary Club President 2023-2024. Are you ready? You're not ready. Okay.
Are we ever ready?
Debbie says, you have been selected by the members of the Rotary Club of Innisfil to guide its affairs during the coming year. You have been entrusted with an important responsibility that will help shape your club's future. Incoming President Debbie Savic, you have been elected to the office of Presidency of the Rotary Club of Innisfil by its members. It is an expression of their confidence in your leadership. Now we have the oath for the President. Debbie, please repeat after me. I, Debbie Savic,
I, Debbie Savic,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Rotary Club of Innisfil,
that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the Innisfil Club of Rotary Club of Innisfil,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
give support and assistance
give support and assistance
to the District Governor
to the District Governor
and to Rotary International,
and to Rotary International,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
Now I'm going to ask who has got Debbie's pen. And please pin Debbie. And Tim, we're going to have you over here, and you are going to be pinned with your past president's pin.
Okay.
And Barb is going to do that. Your past president's pin.
Yeah,
And your president's jacket, it's coming.
Thank you.
sorry. No, it's not.
It's okay. Hopefully that's not a metaphor for anything.
No, and now I'll go get the other.
Tim, thank you very, very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Cute. Cute.
Thank you.
Debbie, congratulations.
I'll go in the other line.
Congratulations. And thank you.
Tim, you just arrived.
Oh, it was like Santa showed up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our new president, 2023-2024, Debbie. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And we're going to turn the floor over to Debbie. Debbie, all the best. Have a great year.
Presidents and the presidents. That's who are down past presidents.
Past president.
Okay, thank you.
And you go in the photo.
You can probably wear that today.
Are we there yet?
All right.
Contact there, we're gonna hold it.
How we doing? I'm gonna keep working on the computer in the meantime there, while Debbie's starting the meeting. All right, the floor is yours, Madam President. I'm going to keep, you're gonna work from there? Okay, I'm gonna keep working to see if we can get this other machine working in the meantime. Sorry? It's not the TV, it's the laptop, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on.
So at this time, we were supposed to watch the new Rotary International President's video, but has anybody seen it? Have you watched it online?
Yeah.
So it's actually very good. And then I was going to give everybody their pin. So this is the new emblem or the new motto, create hope in the world, and we'll keep that here. And in the meantime, everybody will get their new pin. Start this way.
For those of you who didn't hear that on the other side of the room, Al said, another pen, they just keep on coming like prescription. Oh. Katie, could you press that example?
Yes, I can.
Oh, negative. Yeah, they're all okay. So I guess we'll just go right into business. Usually the first Wednesday of the month is an we'll change it to interaction fellowship meeting instead of a business meeting, because this is more of a fellowship and more interactive. So as a club, we will be working on things together on the first Wednesday of the month. So I guess one of the first things is the strategic plan. So the strategic plan, we need to update that because it's 2021, I think, was the last strategic plan. So this, the details that we have to do is, actually, we can do it right now, is we require 5 to 7 characteristics that we want to have to be known for and what we want our club to be like. So what I'm going to do is, everybody have a pen? No, if you don't, I have one. I do have those. That's the. So write down about 5 characteristics that we can use for our strategic plan. And then we will all look at them and come together and. Yes. Fine. Yeah, 5 things you want the club to be. At least 2. If you can come up with 2, that would be great. Who said they needed a pen? Well, I think. I think it's over. Oh. Well, it's a nice pen.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Sorry, do you have an extra pen? See, it's getting power, but the sun is coming in between. I don't know what that is. It's definitely warmer in here today.
Well, she's just been away for. Yeah.
Everybody should try to think about something that, what brought them to Rotary? What
Mhm.
made you think you wanted to come here and what was interesting to you? That might help you with, why, what these words are, because that's, engagement or, what was it that you really liked about the club?
You ready, Bob? Oh, Rip, sorry, it's fine. That's perfect. Thank you.
So with this exercise, we can move on to the next step. With all of this, we'll put it together. Then we can learn how to grow our club with strong leadership, events and projects, visibility in the community, active intentional member engagement, clear goals, and a growth plan. So that will be our moving forward. So we will move on to the next thing. We will move on to fun and news. Instead of calling it good news, we'll just call it news because it's good news or it's anything that's kind of new and exciting. I guess it is good news. New and exciting.
How about exciting good news?
Exciting good news. That's good. Exciting good news.
Just leave the bad news out. We don't need to start the, yeah.
So for fun, does anybody know what today is? International Day of. So I had three options.
She said pancakes. She's on vacation.
Okay, I had three options and I was actually trying to picture some individuals because it is Bikini Day.
Oh my God.
Be careful who you picture there, Deb.
Did you?
Okay, I will.
Jamie, you got very,
All right. You got very-
So along with the theme of bikini, it's actually International Thong Day.
Oh. Brought to you by the Dentists Association.
So in my day, we have thongs. We have thongs today. Yes.
They're not Rotary branded ones, I hope.
We have.
What's that invention?
So hopefully we get one male, and one female. Because, you know, this would be interesting. First number is,
Did everyone get a ticket first? Hold on.
yes. Oh, Jamie did.
Jamie didn't get one.
Everybody give Jamie theirs.
So on sandals. were invented by a Japanese rubber manufacturer trying to sell footwear to housewives in the end of the fifties. It became like on trend by the mid sixties by surfers in Southern California and migrating popular culture. But it made this rubber manufacturer a facility down.
So then how did the name transfer over to a piece of dental floss in place of a bathing suit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Okay,
but you're right. Why is it called?
yeah, it is, yeah, it must be.
Yeah. So the first number is 0, 7, 4.
Oh, the last one.
Oh, thank God.
0, 7, 4.
No one is yours.
Actually, I have. Oh.
Hey, Barb! I'm pretty sure it's the other.
Before I give it.
Or
C. This will be a little better.
7, 8.
Are you ready?
Okay. You're a lucky girl.
We expect you to wear them in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we will start with exciting good news. Katie.
Oh, are we doing a thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, we should. Where's the,
The good news is.
Thanks, well. Good news, I'm really happy to be here. That's my good news. I'm happy to be here. I have to leave early. I'm busy at work. Things are good and yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be getting some strategic planning going and yeah, some collaboration. I'm always thrilled to be here. And looking forward to tonight. Glad to be here now. So tonight's event is at the Innisfil Beach Park, at the West Pavilion, which is by the tennis courts. And we'll just have some fun.
My good news is I have
After the-
tenants in our house after 2.5 months of renovations. Finally.
Yay.
We're going back this weekend because we're going off for a couple of days, but we are actually going in and doing some last minute things that we could do. Because they showed up a bit early. But we're really excited about having finally somebody in the rental property. I will stop being a running now.
My good news is mostly family related. My granddaughter who taught at Alcorna Glen all year was offered a full-time position teaching grade 2 at Alcorna.
Awesome.
Driving from Washago to Innisfil.
That's a long enough.
My good news is this Saturday, I'm going to Larry and I want to attend the annual Cal reunion. The Cal's came to Innisfil, I think in about 1854, but they didn't start meeting for a reunion until 1936. So this year is 87. Wow.
How many family members do you have?
The whole extended family that comes to the union. When we did our 75th, we have a picture of us around an old thrashing machine. I think there's about 140. That's not everybody, but that's close.
Where do you go?
We're in the Churchill home. Wow. Yes. There's a family, a member in the Kell family. His name is Bill Kell. And he is, would he be 92? Or maybe even 91 or 2. He has a fantastic memory. He's a member of the Innisfil Historical Society, and he can tell stories way back when, not miss a beat.
Sounds like you were there.
I've never gone down the rabbit hole.
Morning, I'm glad to be here. I got two people working today, so I can just goof off.
I'm happy it's full year is now.
We are leaving tomorrow morning to drive to North Carolina. Our daughter, son-in-law, and 3 grandkids are moving from England to Raleigh, North Carolina this weekend, and we're excited to see.
Just happy to be here this morning. I'm glad that summer's here. And hope to enjoy a little bit of downtime. I've been going a million miles an hour for the last 9 months since I took over. And I'm just ready for a break.
I'm glad I'm not him or her. Oh, don't forget, we have a party this weekend, that day after work, and everyone wants to treat you. You don't want beer to beer. Or. pop. Or one.
Spent a month with our kids out in Wyoming. Had a great trip. It's hard to leave them. Quick story though, we were driving back from Yellowstone and caught a flat tire. And we had just gone through the mountain pass where there was very hard, bad visibility. Thankfully, we're the only people on the road at that time. And stopped to take a picture of a moose and then pulled away, but caught something in the tire and blew up. So as Sean's fixing the tire, a truck pulled up to my, and the guy gets out with tape, and I'm like, here. Turns out the tire guy. No one else anywhere in this place. No one ever passed it the whole time he was there. Had an gun in his thing, and well, we thought, oh, really? Stuff for what is going on here. So he wouldn't take any money. He was very helpful. He said, that's what we do here in Wyoming. And fixed our tire. And so when we got to the place we were going, where my son had a new outlet for travelers, up on the mountain there, they just opened. He was there. He had my son, he was working that day. And he ended up putting a shout out to him on social media for helping his parents with the tire situation. And we were very lucky to have him there because you don't know what you're going to get into when you're on that far up in the mountains. But it's good karma.
Good stuff.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Congratulations to the president. You know, for the president. See you filling in occasionally. That would be nice. If he's done.
Not too occasional. No breaks yet. Right? I'm gonna stone face here. Thank you, Al. Good news for me. So Phil, who haven't seen the social media post, I've just acquired another family member. I never thought I'd say that so quickly. But my son brought home a cat the other day. Yes, I know, but they're still family. So Cyrus, as my daughter or Nev has named her, is blind. As a blind Siamese cat. She was just walking along the 6 Line Veterans Drive, not too far from Barb's place. And yeah, you really want her back, but no, she's cute. Her voice has just come out, and wow, does she have a voice? I don't know if you've ever heard a Siamese cat meow, but they have a very, very loud, and she's been expressing it. And she actually echolocates. I've never seen a cat do that before because I was listening. His tongue. She is this tapping sound she makes with the tongue. She's actually echolocating. So she must have been blind for a while, but she got the most beautiful blue eyes, and it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's ours. Oh, what? Oh, Paul. Yes, Paul. You still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Good news, sir.
Good news, the brisket and pulled pork shoulder are smoking away.
Awesome. Brilliant. Okay, back to you.
Okay, so video still no?
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. But we'll get the link out to everybody or we'll have it for next week. It's up to you.
So I just want to go over some of the opportunities, expectations, experiences, and boundaries that I'd like to express for this year. So some of the expectations from me to you are to be as proactive as possible, be respectful of time, family, and health, be available to talk about new ideas, socials, moving forward. I am not a real morning person, but I promise to be as positive as possible at 7:30 a.m. To represent the organization in a responsible and professional manner, and to respect your knowledge. What I expect of each of you as members of the Rotary Club of Innisfil is to respect each other. There's no need to express negativity during a meeting, make individuals feel left out. We will be practicing inclusivity. So DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusivity are very, very high on the Rotary International, all the way down to the club level. So it's very important that we include everybody and have inclusivity. That's why we're doing the strategic plan as a group. We'll be doing some of the ANCA as a group also.
Debbie, can you remind everybody what ANCA stands for? Some people do.
ANCA is put up by the Ontario government. The Ontario government has requested that all non-for-profits redo their bylaws and they're basically their bylaws, and we've got until October of 2024 to do it. The district has been doing online courses for introductory. We went through one of the district clubs last week, and we got most of it done in an hour. So it's an online thing. Online, we have registered for an account, and as a group, we can go on and go through each of the individual questions and answer it as a group. And at the end, it will generate a list of bylaws for us. At that point, we need to take it to a lawyer, and the district has somebody who is skilled in that area that we could use, and we'll make a new set of bylaws. So looking forward to the future.
I think the acronym is a bit of a mix up. I think it's actually not for Ontario Not-for-Profit Charities Act. I think is what, so I think they've actually cut out a couple letters because saying uncomplicated would have been really, really fun. So yeah, but yeah.
Thank you.
Another expectation is to partake in all social events, volunteer opportunities, service opportunities when you are available. Some of the opportunities that we'll be working on. Any of the opportunities that do come will come to the club, and we can make some decisions on whether or not we're going to move forward with them. And if there isn't an opportunity for it to come to the club, you all must trust me that I will make the best decision on behalf of the club. If you have an opportunity for the club to grow, please let us know. It can be anything. It can be any type of an opportunity that we can work on together. Moving forward, we'll introduce new technology, learning and growing. So what I have been doing is I've been meeting with a lot of my peers. So the other presidents from the Berry Club, we will be meeting on a monthly basis starting this month. And we are going to try and do some collaboration together so that we aren't kind of over here. What I did notice is that some of the clubs actually come into the Innisfil area and don't invite us to participate in the events that they are holding. So one of them is the Kempenfelt Derby. So I'm going to talk to Joni and see if we could participate in that and reap the benefits somehow, because they do it at Georgian Downs. The other thing is the fishing derby. Again, Kempenfelt comes into Innisfil, goes to all of the schools in the Innisfil area and asks that they partake in the fishing derby in Barrie. So I would like.
We've never been told about this before, so.
Never been told that they do this. So they've been doing this for years and years. So we're gonna try and collaborate a little bit more so that we can reap some of the benefits. Use their clubs, and also we can be used at some of their events. I'm trying to see if we can get into Kempen Fest right now with the Berry Club. I have to talk to one of the guys. I'm actually talking to them tomorrow to see if we can help at the Kempen Fest. So if there's anybody who really would like to, just kind of keep that weekend open right now until I can confirm or not.
They usually come,
Oh, we can rise.
when they're short of staff. The first few years we at Kempen Fest, we actually got paid a portion of the money because we were new and we were fundraising at that time. But then after that, and you know, here's our spaces. Where can we help? You know, kind of-
Yeah, and that's what I want to get back to, is that we're collaborating all together. We're the Innisfil Club, but we're collaborating with the other Berry clubs.
Yeah,
What's the perfect?
It's always the August long weekend. Yeah.
The communication had broken down over time because there had been some overtures last year for last Kempen Fest of us helping. We were said no right away. And then we heard afterwards they were short-staffed.
Yeah.
So it's like, we offered, where were you? So I think having that overture to them and saying, listen, ask us in advance. And instead of saying, doing a guilt trip on us that we didn't help because we offered.
We also don't get recognized in Kempen, so it's not like it's listed that it comes, that the vertical principles there, even with the banner or something like that. So,
Well, that does help, but also just having the goodwill of the Berry Club in general, whether we're acknowledged or not, I think is a good thing.
When I'm talking about technology, so one of my goals is to make sure that we can put as much information on Club Runner as possible. And to make sure that everybody is up to date with Club Runner, we're going to do a Club Runner in-house update. So everybody will have to bring a laptop, an iPad, whatever. And we're going to update everybody's profiles and then kind of just take you to the different areas that we would use commonly, so that everybody knows how to, when we say, oh, sign up for a volunteer event, you know, you go to the volunteers, sign ups, and then you can pick your time and date. We will still have the communication of paper, but we're trying to lessen paper as we would like to be more environmentally conscious. Cautious. That word. So the other thing too is I've taken over Instagram, and there's a little bit of a backstory. So I wanted to apply for the capital grant through the Ontario Trillium Foundation. So I did all of the paperwork for it, and it was going to be based on continuing the trail. I ran into a little bit of a roadblock because the town of Innisfil wouldn't hand over a lease, the paperwork that says that they own and lease the land. So I had to forego that $150,000, which we probably would have gotten until next year. So I had a meeting with the town. Paul and I had a meeting with the town, and we kind of brought everybody to speed on some of the objectives that we would like to do. And one of them is to continue the trail and start to build Rotary Park. With Rotary Park and the trail, it wasn't in their campus plan until 2025. So what I've asked is if they can re-look at it and start something this year. So there is opportunity now for us to continue some of the work that you all started with the trail and continuing Rotary Park. And there will be opportunity with the new Innisfil Beach campus plan to start something in Innisfil Beach by the end of the year. So there's a lot of opportunities that we will have. It's just, it's going to take a long time. And Ken actually made me aware that there was an agreement done in 2016 that none of them knew about. So I forward that information, the partnership agreement. So I forward that, and I also advised them that it was passed in 2019 and 2020. So now the town, so there was like 3 people on the call with us. The town is kind of up to date on what we would like to do as a group, and also what they need to do so that we can do what we want to do within the town. The other thing too is I made them aware that the orbit, we would like to be part of the orbit. So when they start designing within the orbit to keep us in the forefront, Al's idea of a clock in the center of town, or something that we can gather around, they were all in for that. So when we're doing our fundraising also for the next year, this year, next year, is to make sure that we are aware that to keep some of our money back so that we can have succession plan each year, so that we can grow. So by the time the orbit comes around in whatever year, we have somewhere to put that money. So we'll be working on some succession plans for some of our fundraising dollars. Socials, also for the socials, the reason I started doing stuff on Instagram is because I had a coaching call with the Ontario Trillium Foundation. They allow us to do a 15-minute coaching call. So I spoke with the woman there, and she actually said that there is nothing on any of our socials about the trail. And as they funded the trail when you first designed it, they were a little disappointed that we hadn't kept up on our social medias, website, social, Instagram, Facebook, anything about the trail and what's happening with the trail, or even mentioning it. So one of my goals again is to make sure that we are in the spotlight with Instagram, so that we can have, live reels. I don't know if anybody knows what Instagram can do, but there's reels and things like that we can do and connect. Then we can connect it to Facebook, and Tim can grab stuff off of Instagram to put on our website. That way, when I reapply next year for the OTF grant, we're in their good books, and we have a lot of information that we can pass forward.
So Debbie, I have some of the video that Dwayne had done back when past President Ann was still president. So we could convert some of that into smaller Instagram reels, because they give a really good video overlay of the trail.
Yeah, people forget to recycle stuff. Right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm going through that process now. Even with the website, I've been going back through the meetings since 2020 and trying to find little bits and pieces that we can start pulling out and using for other things. So.
And people's retention for online stuff is like less than an 18-month
Oh, yeah.
cycle. So.
Oh, even I was astonished by some of the stuff that was in there. It's like, I recorded it and I don't remember it.
The reel that I took on Saturday, I took a Instagram and I posted it as a live video. I got 756 hits on it. Wow. And that was just for me saying we're at Savic Cove, who we are, what we do. So I got about 756.
Yep.
So anything that is that we can do to up our Instagram and then pass it on through to Facebook, it'll just make us more aware of the community. And the more people we follow through Instagram too, they'll just go to our website, and if there's interest, we'll build our membership.
Yeah.
It's a positive way of interacting with technology.
Yeah, for those who don't know,
They talk when they hear about all the Rotarians wearing thongs.
Yes. I'm gonna post that,
Yep. And it's actually a more palatable version of TikTok, because that's one thing everybody talks about, the positives and negatives of social media. TikTok is often seen as the really negative, but reels on Instagram and Facebook are kind of a similar concept, but they're far better done.
Yeah, reels and
Yeah.
all the.
They're under 60 seconds.
So the kids think that anyone who watches Instagram and Facebook and that, most of the Instagram videos are from TikTok. So you're getting the jokes like 6 months later, so kids, oh, that's such a dad joke, we saw that on TikTok. You know, 4 months ago.
Yeah. This meme that was a great joke, and I go, what's the joke? Oh, it's funny. Why? Why is that funny? Oh, and most of the times they can't even explain it. Just because the person on the other side of the camera was laughing, it must be funny. Well, no, it wasn't. It was just insulting.
So one of the other goals is to get more corporate memberships, and also to have individuals come in from businesses. This is not a negative. We have a lot of retired individuals at this club, which is a positive and a negative. A positive in that we have a lot of working hands when needed, and a negative in that we need to have the businesses come in to assist us with our advertising, fundraising, things like that. Businesses connect with businesses, and then that way we can bring individuals, new marketing dollars in and businesses in, so that we can have, you know, we're not fighting everybody for dollars. Some of the boundaries that I would like for you to not adhere to allow me respect, thank you, is that I do most of my volunteer work on Thursdays. I do work 4 days a week with Habitat, and I babysit my grandson on Tuesdays. So Tuesdays, I don't do any work. I don't do any volunteer stuff, nothing. I concentrate on Brady. If you need to get hold of me quickly, it's easiest to text my cell phone than to call me. Emails too, I will look at emails and then I will decide priorities for who, like when to answer them back, quick or not. If there's anything, and Al, I know that you have a list of things that the president needs to attend to, is I need to know those at least a month in advance, because I plan out, I'm a planner. That's my background. I'm very organized. Is I need to know at least a month in advance, unless it's something that I need to attend to right away. And if I'm not able to, then I will be asking individuals to step in for me, so that there is representation from Rotary Club at all times. Family always comes first in Rotary, and then Rotary. So I respect everybody having to go and do family things or help. But if you could just advise me if there's a situation, or advise somebody else so that they can tell me, that would be great. That way everybody knows what's going on. I've reached out to a couple of individuals who haven't been here but are still on a Rotary membership, and they just have some health issues right now, so they're just on a leave, and then they will return when they're feeling better. So you'll hear me say experiences this year. It's kind of one of the new words that I came up with, is as president this year, experiences. One is my mental health. It always comes first, along with family, then Rotary. And I just want to make sure that my experience as president is a positive one, and that I have a really great year representing Rotary and working with each one of you. Each person here will also have a great experience, and it will be an inclusive experience. And that's about it for me. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts or anything?
Will the board meeting still be on the last Tuesday?
Yes, I can do that. It's in
That's-
the evening. Yes.
Yes, good question. Good question.
Yes. We may change them up a bit, but it'll be on the last Tuesday. This July will be on the last Tuesday for sure. And then we can make any changes or discuss that then.
Any questions? Janet, do you have anything? Janet, do you have anything for Learning Corner?
No, but I didn't, no, because I just.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
We'll get that back on the agenda.
we can just do one quick thing. Is.
Take care, Allison.
The family funding. Want to talk about that quick?
August?
Yeah, so it's at the Legion, August the 12th. It's a partnership with the Lions and Rotary and Innisfil, Detroit Pharmacy and Dentistry at Troy. It's just really a fun day for local families to come out and the social police are going to be there and still fire department is going to be there. Library is going to be there in some capacity as well. It's not quite like the family fun days we used to do at the IRC, but it should be a lot of fun. And probably in the next week or so, I'm just going to draw up a little bit of a schedule. We'll need a few Rotarians to help out during the day. Probably not long shifts, maybe just a couple of hours. Lions are going to do a pancake breakfast in the morning. And then there's going to be a bouncy castle and some face painting and a couple other things going on. So really just a few hands to help out. So I'll try to bring that next time.
I also want to take that opportunity, family fun day, if we can get a photo walk with the 3 clubs together.
Oh, totally.
That'd be perfect.
Alison did mention to me, she probably will need some Rotarians to assist with pancake
You
breakfast.
asked if we're going to provide 5, the Legion's going to provide 5
Yeah.
people, and the Lions will. So there should be lots to do. So I'll include that when I bring my sign up sheet.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend. You know that.
Yeah, we can chat.
Yeah, I already chatted about that. So I have.
I will be there though.
And Tim will be there.
I may have my mother, but I'll be.
She's welcome to come.
Oh, yeah.
Took a moment to retreat to me, so it was a nice treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I can do something to where she's sitting next to me, I'm fine.
Thank God. I never realized it goes
Yeah.
all the way after that. District Day of Service is September 11th, and it's the Create Hope. We still need to, if everyone can think about what we can do within the community. One of my suggestions was to see if there was anybody while you're walking around or if you're driving around, if you see a exterior of a home, gardens that are a little bit dilapidated, that need some special attention, something that we can work on outside, physically work on with.
I can use help with my house. Lots of it.
There. Yes.
We could reach out to Senior Wish, see if there
Is there a wish?
are more experienced members of our community who could use the help with that.
There is a house, Paul and I were riding our bike around. There's a house that, I don't know if it's someone's seasonal cottage or what it is, but it's really overrun. So I was going to knock on the door and see if anybody lives there, or just go to the town and see if it's seasonal or not. But as you're going around, if there's anything that we can do for somebody on the exterior of their house, clean up their garden, fix up their deck, that kind of stuff.
So I'd really like to help out with that if it was anywhere within walking a short walk to the lake and I can smoke.
Is that your house? Is that what you're talking about?
No. I mean, I like monkey work that doesn't take any thinking.
I like the roof on my pergola.
I'm just saying. Work on the yard, jump in the lake, have a smoke on work. I'm all in for
Just don't smoke where you swim. It tends to put your cigarette out.
Probably a sleeping spot because they've already done a raisins.
Yep. Yep.
I like that idea that I connect with that house.
Yeah, something that we can do in our insurance, things like that. So,
Debbie, can I say something about the train for a second?
yes, go ahead.
All right,
Jeff is on the top.
Al?
I had a guy come in and give me an estimate on the lights for the train. Last week, they were $5,600 to do the labor and the lights. This week, they're at $4,000 because they're doing the labor for free, but they want to take the train to Port Perry for a parade. And that's the liability for us. So I don't think we can do that, because we could do fundraising for train lights, but we're not going to let the train leave our territory because it has some trailers going that far. So
Yeah. And
Consensus is, we're not gonna do it, correct?
I agree.
I'll tell them that we're not doing that, and we'll go from there, and if they want to do it for free still, that's up to them.
Yeah, but $4,000 is still, we have to consider that when it comes to our fundraising efforts and our budgets, because it was, we got a $1,500 grant that Barb was wonderfully able to get for us. However, I'm sorry, the terms, yeah.
All the sponsorship.
Okay.
because it's in their bylaws, they cannot donate,
Okay.
they cannot,
All right.
sponsor.
So it's a $1,500 sponsorship that's that would help, but it's still, we're talking $4,000 here. I know that it can be done cheaper, but at the same time, having a company support us, maybe that's something, but they're not even a local company. They're Orangeville. So it's kind of, it would almost, I don't know if everybody agrees with me or not, but it would almost be nicer to have somebody more local if we were to provide.
Martin, got in touch with him, you got in touch with me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not a member of our BNI club here. He was a guest attending, so a different area, but yeah.
For, well,
Yeah, so
And then, Jeff,
what's phone number?
he's got a really fancy briefcase. You open it up and all the lights are all in it. So Marlene was like dazzled. Yeah.
Jeff, can you tell us who our cash calendar beneficiary is this year?
Well, that's something we have to decide too, who the best beneficiary is going to be for sure.
Oh, we decided at the board.
The, somebody's supposed to send me proper wording so we can put it on the calendar.
Sorry.
The Troy Scott, community something. It's gotta be all worded properly, so. Al, if you can send that to me today, it'd be great, so I can send it to the.
So what is it? Is it the Troy Scott Community Fridge or Troy?
Well, there's a
Scott
long
Foundation?
list of how it goes, so it's got to be consistent. Yes.
Yeah.
So send that to me, so I'll send it to Sue card and it'll be printed on the calendars.
Is that a trademarked name? Okay.
Or it has to be worded properly, so everybody.
Yeah.
knows where it's going.
Does everybody know what that fund is? Does anybody not know that fund?
I don't think it's figures.
Just, we don't have the time. It's 8:30.
Oh, it's gonna be off.
Okay.
Well, I'll just the agenda for next week.
So everybody, thank you for coming today. I appreciate that. I hope to see you this evening. Whatever it is that you're bringing, bring it for enough of everybody. That would be great. Andrea is bringing drinks this evening, so if there's something specific that you need to drink, otherwise, no alcohol.
Oh, no, at the park, right? Yeah.
It was 5:30 to 8:30.
How many are?
Everybody here except for
Okay, you guys know the party now is not bring it up to feed everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody brings it up to feed everybody.
It's too much.
No, potluck rules, yourself and 2 other people. You do that, you're fine.
just 30 people.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
Guys, you're good.
Sorry,
949.
I'll do it in behalf of Debbie.
Leftovers going to Jamie.
No, Lisa, the guys bring nothing.
Guys, for nothing, no,
Bring nothing.
no, no.